My name is Alex Zagrebelny. I'm from Riga, from Latvia, historically. Last 15 years, like 5 years, I live in Dubai with my family, and before between Riga, Barcelona, and Berlin. And I'm the CEO and the owner of Revolution Real Estate Group. So 27 years in real estate, 23 beautiful buildings all over the Europe. And 22 years I learned ancient knowledge with a beautiful name, yoga. And I try, after 2 years of my education, I try to look to all of my buildings like to the human body. So actually all systems, and the target was to create the most health conscious, most sustainable, well-being and longevity focused buildings on earth and combine the knowledge of both civilizations, our ancestors, especially the Vedic civilization, and together with most advanced technologies of our technocratic civilization. So, small introduction. So, together with me is Dave. Yeah, and we will show together some of the knowledge what we implement even in business decision. And for you as the founders, I think it will help a lot in the future. But now, let's go the first introduction movie and let's increase the sound.
Was a figment of imagination, a hint of story, a flight of inspiration, and our home was created. Then came man, the next milestone of evolution. Man pushed the act of creation further by constructing unique buildings to live in, to create in, to spiritually develop. We at R.Evolution take buildings to a new level so they become motivators for human self-development. We create buildings where dreams begin, families blossom, businesses thrive. We create living, breathing companions to our lives. We are equally bold dreamers and intellectual developers. We blend timeless traditions, future technologies, and boundless imagination for people's well-being, genuinely transformational opportunities, and a manifesto of their vision of life. This is our ultimate goal. Are you ready for a crazy ride through science and spirituality, ancient knowledge and modern architecture, development and storytelling, intellect and imagination? Then open your mind and open the door to R.Evolution.
So, we are not only bold dreamers. So now in development around 5 million square feet, or we call it Generation 5.0, the next stage of evolution of real estate. The most health conscious, most sustainable, most well-being and longevity focused buildings on earth. And for any type of businesses, so now under construction to office buildings in Barcelona with the same principles, fully Vastu Shastra compliance. So we embedded in one of our buildings, we embedded 16 tons of crystals, 18 different variations to balance the energies inside the building. And this is only the beginning. Trust me, so what you will know, it's transform your vision to real estate. And we, of course, we invite you to be our partners, to be our investors, to be our friends, or welcome. So, and this is, by the way, this is all real pictures of real photos of our projects. So the House of the Flying Trees in Riga, Barcelona, Dubai, now advanced stage of construction of this beautiful EYWA Tree of Life. Welcome. So, and what kind of problem we have now? So the city are losing their authenticity. The kilometers of gray concrete jungle divide us from each other and from nature. So the toxic buildings in every sense of this word, toxic water, toxic air, toxic materials inside, unbalanced energies, totally unbalanced energies, destroy and ruin people's life. So make us weaker, decrease our creativity, what we need in our businesses. And so, as a result, we think with each, actually, so what we create is a generation 5.0, regenerative development. Regenerative for the planet, we're in top level of sustainability. Regenerative for communities. So we create the system how to support like-minded people with our development tool. And regenerative for us, humans, to make us flourish, to make the spaces where your creativity increase, where your soul. Can you imagine when we implement some of our systems, especially the system of the water, how we create the water, inside our offices, I receive extra 2.5 hour efficiency of my employees. So how much it costs for the company? How much it costs for us? So my commercial director, who is now 2 months in our office, start wake up at 5 o'clock full of energy because wash to balance, because 2.5 crystals in a special location to balance it, quality of air, quality of water, quality of materials inside. So, and this was our question for 27 years, how we can create the buildings which can extend and people's life and increase your performance in your life. And movie about evolution of real estate.
Where did architecture begin?
Chris.
We have to go back in time. The first generation, shelter and survival. Architecture began from fear and our need to feel safe in the world. The earth was our mother. We carved our shelter, stone, clay, firelight. We didn't live on the land, we were of it. And this is the beginning of the pre-electric civilizations. Then came the alignment. Sacred geometry, vibration, crystal, gold. Temples were built. Sound awakened the spirit. Empires rose. Beauty was defined. Domes mirrored the heavens. Arches bent gravity into grace. And then came the age of electricity, where we discovered. But we also forgot. Steel replaced soul. Light came from wires, not stars. Our bodies endured, and our spirit dulled. And then begins the fourth generation, sustainable, but still incomplete. We ran to heal the damage we caused, to measure, to offset. Technology learned to sustain and renew for the planet. But something is missing. Where do we go from here? Generation 5.0. Where we have brought to life regenerative architecture and holistic living ecosystems. A design philosophy that moves from real estate to conscious habitats, building on the knowledge of all that came before, integrating ancient wisdom with modern technology, from the ancient science of alignment, Ayurveda and Vedic knowledge, to neuroscience, AI, and environmental physics that listen, adapt, remember, and heal. Sounds too good to be true? Well, it exists. EYWA signals a new species of architecture, a living, breathing, evolving presence. Every beam carries intention. Every element is tuned to the human body's natural rhythm. Quantum-enabled systems feature memory-based water, advanced air purification, sound healing, EMF shielding, Vastu Shastra, circadian lighting, and sacred geometry woven into your everyday life. Welcome to a new standard of living, working, and elevating human performance. The first ever regenerative oasis that serves humans, communities, and the planet. This is Generation 5.0, where architecture becomes conscious. It becomes regenerative.
I love it. By the way, the EYWA from Sanskrit means sacred love. Then one of our clients, when he bought the apartment, he's from Brazil, and he told us that in one language of the Amazonian jungles, it means Mother Earth. And when we did the localization for the local market, so when you say EYWA, it's sanctuary. And when you say EYWA, it's like, let's go. When you accept everything, when you agree with everything, you say EYWA. And this is very powerful word, and for us it's air. It's energy, usefulness, well-being, ancient knowledge. So, ladies and gentlemen, EYWA Tree of Life and EYWA Way of Water. So, what is inside? Storytelling in architecture and design, biophilic design, neuroarchitecture. But for me, all this modern knowledge is based on the ancient Vedic knowledge as a base. And of course, we speak with the language of architecture and design always about three main things, what should not be lost for the future generations: nature, culture, and traditions. And in EYWA Tree of Life, the task was to decode the banyan tree together with the floating islands from the movie Avatar. In EYWA Way of Water, we speak about our fragile ocean. In EYWA Blooming Desert, we speak about ancient Mukarna architecture, the spiritual architecture of the MENA region. So each building, like a beautiful face of the future face of each city where it will be located. Colorful. The soulfulness of architecture is very important now. So, longevity and durability of building and building materials. This is another level of sustainability because we are LEED Platinum certified building. 94 points, by the way. It's very high evaluation. So our building EYWA consume double less any type of resources from Earth. Electricity, water, because in our water system, we use gray water for feeding of all trees. And by the way, 35% of the residents, they create enough water to feed all the plants on the facade. And we have a lot, because one of the targets is reconnect people with nature. And we have 0.5 square meters of plants vertically on the facade. So in villa communities, we are going 1.1. So we create plants more than the land plot surface. So it's not possible, unfortunately, for the super high rise or high rise, 0.5, 0.7, but it's very, so you feel really reconnected with nature in the middle of the city. And of course, the implementation, all our buildings, from the first drawings, one of the best Vastu Shastra consultants working with us. So, and we implement one of the ancient pages of the Vastu Shastra, implementation of the crystals inside the structure of the building to balance energies inside. 18 different type of crystals. In EYWA Tree of Life, it's 16 tons. In EYWA Way of Water, 18 tons. So the 18 different type in the center of each column, some of them next to the center of gravity of the building, some of them next to the center of gravity of each apartment. But even now, if you visit our building in Dubai, so you will be, what I can guarantee you, the beautiful smile on your face, and you don't understand why it's happened with you. It's just like happiness. That's what I feel every time when I visit my building. And by the way, the crown of well-being energy system is a second biggest Lemurian seed. Now it's on the construction, 1,578 kilograms. Bigger than us, only 80 kilograms in Museum of the Minerals in the United States. But Lemurian seed, it's a very unique crystal. It's lead all other crystals, and they all working as a family. They all connected with the cables with each other. So you can explore it in real life. So I invite everyone to visit our experience center in Waldorf Astoria DFC or construction place. We are open because I want that we share this knowledge. So someone from my team will always ask me, so why are you so going to the details that the other developers start copy you? I can help, please. So ask me. So ask that, because we create the scalable system which I think have potential to change the view to real estate and to support you as the founders in any type of businesses. Any type of businesses. For the offices, for the when we create the full line of the buildings from the schools to offices and any other types of the hospitality. So now we create the first hospitality experience of EYWA in Maldives. Give us a little bit, 4 years we need. So landscaping strategy, so influence in all 6 senses, of course, is a part of basic knowledge of yoga. So then landscaping strategy, how to activate non-grahas, non-planet. So with the allocation of the special trees and the special locations. Hugging trees. This is my recommendation. Please hug the trees. So that's even Qigong, one of the exercises have the tree. So but you cannot imagine how it restore your balance, how it restore your energy when you hug the trees. Minimum 7 minutes. This is our favorite exercise with my daughter. Essence of the craftsmanship of our planet, then EMF protection. EYWA is the first building, residential building on Earth, fully EMF protected from artificial electromagnetic fields. Our phones, so these all radio waves, they create a lot of noise for our body. And our body have a strong power to regenerate ourselves. Only what you need to give quiet, a little bit peace during your night dream. And all bedrooms in EYWA is a Faraday cave. So 360 degrees around you, one level of the curtains, inside the doors is a special painting and Faraday mesh, and inside, phone is not work. You have a special station next to your door, but outside the door, you can push the button, you have Wi-Fi. You can push the button and Wi-Fi is closed. But please, when I implement it in my bedroom, so I can fully regenerate myself in 4 hours. So I wake up at 5, I do my sadhana for 2 hours, and like full of energy, and I feel the difference with it and without it. And can you imagine when the full building, all sockets, everything what can radiate around the artificial electromagnetic fields, it's covered. So it's protected from any type of influence on you. So mold and fungi. This is the critical for any type of climates as Dubai. So where you have high humidity, or Miami. Yeah, so that's because you have a high humidity, and only the question of time when the building is not protected, and protected it means from the first drawing, thermoisolation must be special. Then between the ceilings, you have a free space. Please protect this space. 360 degree, special anti-mold and anti-fungi painting, plus from Ayurveda, how Ayurveda teaches, very acid water, water with very low pH level, together with the Triphala. Triphala, it's usually in Ayurveda, you use it for cleaning body from the parasites. But when you mix it together and make all empty spaces inside the walls, inside the ceilings, so you protect your building, that even if humidity goes inside, the mold will not create the problem in the future for your health. Vortex Biotech, it's a filtration system, MERV 14, together with the Vortex. So in entrance of each apartment, you have 5 different lamps. Each of them is killed different type of mold, spore of mold, bacteria, anything, on the entrance to your apartment. So then, special activation of the water, because for me, water, it's not the cleaning of the water, it's only beginning of the way of water. Yeah, then you need to clean the memory of the water. So because the water is record the memory and everything what was before during the pipes, so that's actually, especially in Dubai, where the all water is desalinized water, it's a problem. It's you need to reactivate the water. You need to bring life to this water. First tool is, again, 18 different type of crystals with the magnets, vortex effect. With the high pressure, we clean the memory of the water. Then we create 2 different type of pH. 6.5, same as the skin, for the showers, bathrooms, pools, and 8 for drinking water. We increase the level of the molecular hydrogen inside the water. Because hydrogen, it's about longevity. So oxidant is good for your brain, but if you drink water with increased level of the oxidant, actually you will have the problem in long term. Better increase hydrogen, pH 8, and the charge of the water we create same as the charge of the water inside our blood, minus 200 microvolts. And the last is sound vibrations. So our ancestors, why our ancestors pray? So before they eat or drink the water, because the water records the information. In my villa, so now where I live now, I use 24/7 in all water bodies, special speakers with a Gayatri, repeated 24/7. And for EYWA, we create the special statements. I love you in all languages of all people who live inside the building, and special statements which is not connected with any type of, let's say, cultures, because we have Dubai is multicultural city, and we need to respect all of them. And there is the special statement and speakers in all water bodies, in all places where we store the water, in all places where we distribute the water, 24/7, the energy of love. Then after that, you drink this, you use the showers, you even inside the pool. Can you imagine? Under the water, your building can say to you, I love you. Yeah, I love it. So then, air to water generation. We consume from the air per day, it's around 15 tons of water. 15. So and it's create only 40 feet container size. So that's my dream with the villas. We are already going off grid. Yeah, so that's, I don't need water, I don't need electricity from the city at all. For the super high rise, not yet, but something is coming. Something is coming. Hydrogen engine is coming. So 200 square meters of hydroponic farms, sustainable water cycle, and one full floor, we call it longevity floor, where you have your longevity concierge. He is responsible to create for you the special program dedicated only for you. And then you can have all the services from best Ayurveda clinic, from best longevity clinic, but inside your home, because we want to save you what is the most valuable you have in your life: time. So you need to spend 1.5 hours to drive from one place to another place to receive all these services. And now a task, why is in this case your home or your office like mother, but mother with a deep knowledge in all industries, which can affect your high performance, your health, and your longevity. And of course, any type of advisors. So we have a lot of rituals in the maintenance of EYWA. Why Thanksgiving Day cannot be not one time per year, but every 2 weeks, or Barefoot Day. And EYWA will support you if you come to the amenity floor, full, beautiful floor, but with a barefoot, to be grounded, to be connected. And it's fun. And it's fun. So, and now I want to talk about this beautiful gentleman. So I read his book, and I want that our message was not only about us, not about sharing our big vision for real estate, but that you take from this moment something for you, for your life. And I take from his book, when I read his book, with the name Truth Whispering, very special system how to make decisions in your life, even in the business. When I like you between the two roads, they choose where you want to go, to the left or to the right. And when I read this book, and it was I dream about it, I manifest, I want to meet this person. And in this January was one of the biggest spiritual events of Earth, Maha Kumbh Mela. And so who knows that what happened in this, like millions of people, sadhu, so from all over India, from the mountains, they visit this Maha Kumbh. It's happened one time in 12 years. And on the street of the Maha Kumbh, millions of people, I met this beautiful gentleman, and then he started teaching me again how to implement this technology for making, make a photo so it's open. And we have a stand, we have a booth, one floor up. And I invite everyone to our experience center in Waldorf Astoria DFC. The street code will be in the end. So, this is different buildings, what is coming. This, by the way, one of the first presentation of our Maldives projects, the villa, the 5-star hotel. So, very nice design, I like it. This in office buildings in DFC. This is Maldivian community, the office building in Barcelona, villa community, what is going to be in Dubai. So maybe next. And this question is the next powerful question. What if you could know all the right answers? And now I want to give the microphone to the Dave. Yeah, please.
Thank you very much, Alex. So when I met Alex, it was just a random thing. I said, hey, I think I need to talk to you. And then he figured out that I was the guy that wrote the book that he wanted to meet. And so in Mahakum with millions of people, it's statistical impossibility. But anyway, we met, and I've been training him on what I teach in my book. My book is Truth Whispering, and it's about using your intuition to connect with your higher self, where all the answers are there. Everything that you want to know, what if you could know all the right answers? All the right answers are within you. The trick is to listen closely, because it's just a whisper, okay? So part of my process involves using mindfulness to quiet your mind, using emotional energy healing to clear your past baggage from all of the childhood traumas and life experiences, all of the things that are blocking your mind, believing, oh, I'm not good enough, or, oh, maybe I can't, these self-doubts. So we can use this system to clear these out of you, and you become more uplifted, and then it's easier to hear your inner voice. So the basic principles I learned originally were about emotional energy healing, a system called the emotion code. And what I was taught was to use muscle testing. Now, many of you have probably heard of kinesiology, which is where you hold your arm out, and if it's a strong muscle, it's saying yes. And if you hold it out, and it's a weak muscle, it's saying no. So by beginning to use this, and I became certified in this, and I started helping other people with it. And in the process of doing this, I expanded it, and I started using the muscle testing to check, what food should I eat? I go to the grocery store and I test and I say, is this good for my body? If I get a yes, it goes in my basket. If I get a no, I keep on moving. And I use it to test everything. Is this a good quality water for me on a scale of 1 to 10? Is this more than a 5, more than a 6? And I can really define what are the best things for me. Same thing with mindfulness practice. Is this a teacher I should study, or is that a teacher I should study? And especially in meditations, spiritual practice. There are so many different kinds of meditations, but if your higher self directs you to a particular one, you know this is the best one for you. Because who knows you better than you? So in this process, I began doing this about 15 years ago. And what started happening was, as I became really immersed in always asking my higher self the questions, I started hearing the answer inside before the muscle testing would tell me. Not always, but it started slowly, and then it built up. And what's happening is I'm developing my relationship with my higher self. So every time you're asking a question, you get closer and closer to your higher self. And then pretty soon I started to hear the answers of whatever I was wondering without having to use the muscle testing. And I realized that the muscle testing was like training wheels, okay? So what I'd like to do now, we have a little bit of time left, is show you an example. Okay? One of the main ways of doing muscle testing is called the sway test. And whoever'd like to try this, stand up for a moment. You don't have to, but if you feel like it, stand up.
Stand up, we'll see for so long.
Come on, stretch your legs. Yeah, okay. Now, say, there's a lot of people here, so just say to yourself, my name is, like in my case, my name is...
Is it true in the statement that my name is Alex Zagrebelny? Yes.
And your body will lean forward. Okay, so try this now. Say, my name is, and say your name, and then feel if your body moves forward or backward. Just let it go, natural. And you'll feel it's almost like someone's pushing you. Like who pushed me? And now say the opposite. Say something like, my name is Mickey Mouse. Okay? We know no, Mickey Mouse is not here today. He's busy. So let's try this. My name is Mickey Mouse. Give it about 10 seconds. Sometimes it takes a little longer. And your body will lean back. It's uncontrollable. Your mind is not involved in this. So it's bypassing your conscious mind to find out what's true in your body's wisdom. Okay? Now, another way of testing is the arm by side, where you hold your arm out, not too hard, but you resist pushing down. And you push down with a nice even pressure, and you could think of, for example, a food that you really love. And you should get a strong muscle test for a food that you really love. So try that. Okay. Now think of a food that you don't like, something that is maybe you haven't eaten in a long time. It's not your favorite. So try this again and see if your muscle's weaker. Okay. For me, it's easy because I'm a vegetarian, so I think of eating something I'm not going to eat. Okay. So now, generally, did most of you feel that? Okay. If you didn't feel it, what might be happening is your polarity is reversed. Now, polarity works like this. We're like a battery. You know, there's a plus end and a minus end. But most people are in their heads more than they're in their gut or their heart. And when this happens, your polarity becomes reversed. And then you might get no answer at all, or you might get a no where you should get a yes. So we have a quick fix for this, and that is to do 4 or 5 slow breaths. And while you're doing it, imagine that your breathing parts are down here in your gut, and almost to the point where you feel the wind coming in and you feel the wind going out. So just try this now for 4 or 5 slow breaths, and imagine the wind is coming in directly into your gut and then going back out from there. Okay. So now, I'll give you a minute to finish. And you'll almost feel that it's quieter in your head now, that you've really shifted your center of awareness down into your gut center. Now you're much more in touch with your higher self, your intuition. I call this becoming hyper-intuitive. And as you get into this state, now if your muscle testing didn't work before, try it again. And now you'll find that, it's much more accurate because you're connected. So that's how it works. And I suggest all of you practice this. As you practice it, you get better at it and you become more immersed in it. Also, I'd like to invite you all to come to our community center, our experience center in the Burj Daman building, the Waldorf Astoria DFC. These are my books. And what I'm going to do there, if you come there in the next couple of days after the conference, Thursday or Friday, come visit us and I'll give you a signed copy of my first book. Okay? And that's a little gift to all of you. So please come by. And also check our booth upstairs.
And by the way, there is very interesting. Even choose the materials and the construction, because you don't understand how this color or this material in the big shape will be. You need to build the big mock-ups. And usually, so I start using this technique to choose red or light. Then to check your employees. So are they 100% in line? Even sometimes we're checking the cashbacks in our procurement department. So that's, really, is it yes or no? Because everything where you can receive the answer yes or no, it's fit. And the quantum metrics code plus body code is help you to understand. So the answer to my question is in page 1 to 5, no. So 5 to 10, yes. Then you choose the page. Then you're going to the page. And sometimes you receive very interesting answers, which is reflect what you need. And so that sometimes even you can know the answer. And then with this quantum metrics code, you will receive exactly the same answer. Very interesting. I invite everyone to and let's it be our gift to this beautiful community from us, that we speak not only about real estate, but somehow maybe we will help you in your life after that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.